Hi everyone, welcome back to Vlogmas Day 19. Sorry about the lack of videos yesterday. I had a work event that I needed to attend, so I couldn't film or edit anything last night. Today I have a video ranking all of the concerts that I've ever been to. If you guys watched my ranking all the movies that I've watched video, you will know that this is just a snippet. I couldn't include every single concert that I've been to, but I'll talk a little bit more about why. My first concert that I've ever been to was actually at around 7 years old. It was a Xuxa concert. She's a very famous children's singer here in Brazil, and I think I went to a few other children's shows back when I was a child, but I consider my first official concert to be the Jonas Brothers with their a little bit longer tour back in 2009 at Morumbi Stadium. This is a god tier concert for me. I actually don't remember that Demi Lovato opened for them, so I'm ranking her on the don't remember at all / don't care tier because of that, but I know she was there. I also became really obsessed with one of their openers, a Brazilian band called Cine, and I basically followed them around for the next 2 years in every single concert that they made, basically. So this is one of the reasons why I'm not ranking every single concert that I've been to, because some of them I don't remember where, I don't remember the date, I just remember that I saw them so many times. I think I'm ranking only 2 or 3 concerts from them this time. This one was also in 2009, and this is a god tier concert because my mom gave me tickets to this concert as a Christmas gift. So I was really close to the stage. I got to interact with them. I gave them gifts. I met with their parents, which was insane to be saying out loud, but their parents were in attendance and I saw them. But yeah, this was a really great time for me during my teenage years. Of course, I saw the Jonas Brothers live again the next year. All I remember from this concert is that it was part of Camp Rock 2 promotions, and this was the concert that Demi didn't attend because she went to rehab for the first time. And I also remember that they played Please Be Mine, which is one of my favorite songs, and I was super happy to see that. Played at Portuguesa Stadium this time. It was a smaller stadium, and you will see this is a trend with them. They started going to smaller and smaller places as time went on, and I would rate this on the good tier. Then 2011 was a monumental year for me in concerts. I got to see some of my all-time favorite artists for the first time and really up close. Every single time I think about me and my experience with concerts, I think of this year in particular. The first concert that I saw this year was All Time Low at Via Funchal. And this is a god tier concert for me. I loved this band a lot. I had a lot of friends online because of them, and I got to meet so many of them in the queue. And this was an incredible venue that has since closed, but I enjoyed a lot going to this concert. I also saw McFly for the first time at HSBC Brasil. I think this venue is still up and running. It's just changed names, but I met them with their meet and greet. They had Pioneer fan club, who remembers that? And I had a fan club card, so I got to meet them along with so many of my friends. I think every single one of my friends got to meet them, and this is a god tier concert for me. It was incredible. I also saw, I think 2 weeks later, I also saw Miley Cyrus for the first time. She was my favorite artist back then, and I saw her at an A&B, which was a gigantic venue, and I hate going to concerts there, but it is what it is. I went with my mom and my sister because I was underage, and this is a god tier concert for me. This was part of her Time of Our Lives album tour, and I loved that album, and it was an incredible experience. I also went to a radio station festival that they put out here in São Paulo called Mix Festival, and I saw a bunch of Brazilian bands. This was much of what I did back in 2011, 2012. I went to a lot of these small independent festivals to follow this band called Cine, and this was one of the big ones, to be honest, that I went to at the time, and this is a good tier concert because of that. I saw Sydney, Fresno, which you guys have seen on my channel before, and also NX0. In 2011 was also the last time that I went to Via Funchal because they closed the year after. Other than seeing All Time Low, I also saw Nick Jonas on his solo tour. Who remembers that Nick Jonas had a solo career with Nick Jonas and the Administration? And this is an okay tier concert for me because as much as I liked Nick Jonas, I didn't really enjoy his solo music, to be quite honest. I also went to the main at Credit Card Hall, but I don't remember this concert at all. All I remember is that I went with a friend from English class and her mom drove us there, and we arrived super late, like really close to the opening time. And because of that, I was so far back I couldn't see shit. So I don't really remember this concert. In 2012, I went on my exchange program to the UK, and when I came back, I went to one festival that year with a friend that I met through the program, and it was Z Festival. This was their first and best lineup in my opinion. I think they had 2 or 3 other editions after that, but nothing could ever top this concert in my opinion. I saw McFly, which I would rank on the good tier. I also saw Demi Lovato again, which I would rank on the okay tier. I was never that much of a fan of Demi Lovato, which will not make sense with the amount of times I've seen this woman live, but I also saw The Wanted, which I really liked. I already liked them before the concert, and they had just put out Glad You Came, so it was an incredible experience. I would rank this on the good tier. I also saw Big Time Rush. Can you believe this was a festival lineup? I saw Big Time Rush. This was the first time that I saw them live. I was never such a big fan of them, but I really enjoyed this concert. I would rank it on the good tier as well. And I also saw like a bunch of smaller bands that I didn't really like, including Yellow Card Soundtrack, is that their name? And Hot Chili Ray. Who remembers them? I would rank them on the don't care, don't remember tier, unfortunately. In 2013, I only went to 2 concerts. The first one was Justin Bieber. I saw Justin Bieber live. This was incredible, but I would have to rank this on the okay tier because unfortunately, this was the fated concert that he got hit with a water bottle and never came back to sing Baby. And since I haven't seen him live ever since, I have never seen Justin Bieber sing his most famous song. I also saw the Jonas Brothers again. I always see the Jonas Brothers whenever they are here, but unfortunately, I think this was the last time that I saw them live because after that they only came this year and I was in LA when they came, so I couldn't go. This was an okay tier because, to be honest, they were in the midst of their breakup and you could clearly see that. And then we get to 2014. I think this was another gigantic year for me, and you will see exactly why. The first concert that I can name was me at 17, I think I was 16 at the time, going to Rock in Rio by myself to see John Mayer. This was the first time John Mayer stepped foot in Brazil, which is crazy to think. And yeah, he's one of my favorite artists of all time. I could not miss this opportunity to see him live. And my parents drove me to Rio to watch him, and this is a god tier concert for me. He was in tour with Philip Phillips, and I also saw him live, but this was an okay tier. He had some great songs, but again, he was not the reason why I was going to Rock in Rio in the first place. But most importantly of all, this was the year that I saw One Direction live. I went to both of their dates here in São Paulo at their Where We Are tour, and this is a god tier concert for me, of course. I think this is the goddess tier of all of them, to be quite honest, and nothing will ever top living that experience with so many of my friends. Yeah, this was incredible. The same year I saw Miley Cyrus. She came with her Bangers tour at Arena Indy, the same place. This was a good tier concert for me. Of course, nothing like the first time I saw her live, but it was really fun. I also saw the main at a really small club called Carioca Club, and Nick Santiago opened for them, which I will rank on the really don't care. If you guys don't know, he was the lead singer of A Rocket to the Moon, but he opened solo, and I saw the main, of course, and I met them. I still have my signed poster behind my door in my bedroom back home, and this is a good tier concert for me. This was incredible. Again, I also saw Demi Lovato one next time. I think this was the last time that I saw her live. I went with my cousin, and again, this is an okay tier. Then in 2015, I saw Ed Sheeran live. This was the first time that he came to Brazil again for the Multiply tour. and I could not get tickets to this concert, and my mom surprised me with some, and that was incredible. I was really far back, to be honest, but it was such a great experience. This is going in the good tier category. 2017 was the next time that I went to concerts, and I was already in college, so I could pay for my own concerts tickets. So that was, I saw John Mayer live again at Allianz Park Stadium, which was a good tier concert. Again, I love John Mayer. I love his music. This was a great time. I also saw Bruno Mars for the first time at Morumbi Stadium with my mom and a friend. I don't have any pictures of that concert because it was so far back. You could not see a single thing. So I just recorded the audio. And DNCE opened for them. So that means that every single time up until 2017, whenever a Jonas brother stepped foot in this country, I was there. And this was going in the okay tier. I liked their songs, but I arrived late, and again, I was so far back, and they weren't the reason why I was there. I went to my first K-pop concert that year. I saw BTS live at Citibank Hall venue for their Wings tour, which was great. For some reason, I cannot find many of my pictures from that concert, but I'm putting this in the good tier category. I also saw Ed Sheeran live again, this time with my mom, for the Divide tour, the first leg of the tour at Allianz Park Stadium. But we were so far back, I could barely see anything. So this is going in the okay tier because of that. I also saw Five Sauce for the first time. This is great. This is one of my favorite bands. I still really like them. But unfortunately, I don't know why, but that concert just didn't hit. Especially considering it was my first concert. I was expecting a lot, I think, which is one of the reasons why this didn't hit. This is going in the okay tier. I think I was too far back, and for some reason I felt like they were all drunk, which makes sense looking back now, but it was not my great first experience with Five Sauce. And then I have two other K-pop concerts that I saw at conventions that I went to a lot back then. Blank 7, I don't even know if they are still a band, and in fact I know that we're quite big considering where they were performing here, but both of those are going in the don't care, don't remember tier. Then in 2019, I saw two other K-pop concerts. I saw Pentagon for the first time with my sister for the Prism tour at Tropical Butantan, which is an awful venue, to be honest. But because it was such an awful venue, we were literally outside in the queue when some staff member opened the door to the outside of the venue from the bathroom, and we saw them in the bathroom. They were not peeing, they were not pooping, they were not naked, they were all clothed, which was thank God, but they were all there. Like, we were standing in the queue, looking to the side into the bathroom of the venue, staring at them getting ready for like 5 seconds. I don't think anybody else in the queue noticed the thing that was happening right next to us, but me and my sister. But that was crazy. They had some great songs, but this is going in the okay tier. It's not that incredible. I also saw BTS live again with the Love Yourself tour, this time in a much bigger place, Allianz Park Stadium. And this is a good tier. I have many photos of this concert, and I loved most of the songs that they played. So yeah, this is going in the good tier. Then McFly back in 2022 at Espaço das Américas. This is going in the God tier because this was the first time in like 10 years since McFly had come to Brazil. They played so many nostalgic songs. I went to 2 nights. This was incredible, absolutely incredible. I think it might have topped the first concert that I've been to by them. That same year, I saw Harry Styles on the Love on Tour. And unfortunately, this is going in the okay tier because I really didn't like it. It was raining, like really heavy rain, the entire concert. I was really far back. I was super grumpy because of the amount of rain, and I think the concert suffered because of that as well. He was not nearly as excited and talkative as he usually is, and I was so excited, and I think the amount of excitement combined with the rain just was not a great look. So this is going in the okay tier, unfortunately. In 2023 was the official return of concerts post-pandemic, and I saw artists that I had never seen in my life before. The first one was Five Sauce. I saw them again at Espaço das Américas. This is a good tier concert. It was one of the first concerts of the tour, so I didn't see the set list before going in, and I was surprised with every single one of the songs and the setup and the stage design, and all of the things that they put out. And I think the experience was much, much better than the first time that I saw them live. And then 2023, like literally 1 week after the other, I saw RBD for the first time. I went 2 nights with so many of my friends to Allianz Park Stadium to see them, and this was an experience like no other, to be honest. This is a band that I have loved since I was a little child, and this is the first time that I was seeing them live, singing so many of my favorite songs that have followed me throughout my entire life. Yeah, I don't even know how to explain how incredible this concert was and how special this night was. And I also saw Taylor Swift. I have an entire video talking about Taylor Swift and talking about my experience with this concert, so I'm not gonna dwell on too much, but both of these are going in God tier, both RBD and Taylor Swift. Nothing compares. And this year I went to 1 festival and 2 standalone concerts, so not that much compared to previous years in my life, but concerts are getting so expensive. At the beginning of the year, I went to I Wanna Be Tour Festival. I loved most of the bands in the lineup, like I knew all of them and loved most of them. So it was an incredible experience just to see so many of my favorite bands in one place. It reminisced me a lot on the Vans Warped Tour experience that I never got to leave. So I would rank in the good tier, Boys Like Girls, A Day to Remember, All Time Low, which was the band that I went to see, Mayday Parade, and Simple Plan. And then in the / Don't Care, Don't Really Remember are the bands that I didn't really enjoy before the concert and don't really enjoy after the concert. But they are Plain White Tees, Asking Alexandria, The Used, and the All American Rejects. I also saw McFly and Fresno in concert this year. Both of them are going in the good tier, and you can see more of my experience with them on this vlog that I'm gonna link up in the cards. But yeah, I've been to many concerts in my life that are not listed here, especially like Brazilian festivals with Brazilian bands, but these are the most notable ones, and this is my ranking of them. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow with another vlog. Bye!